Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the IOG Baltimore's sixth annual Kids Jeopardy game. Would you like to give another round of applause to them? First and foremost, we'd like to welcome our local audience here. Thank you all for joining us. And we also want to acknowledge our audience who is watching online. Thank you all as well for joining us. Each year, we are pleased to gather together and celebrate the culmination of a year of biblical scholarship by our young people. With over 40 lessons studied between our classes this year, following both midterms and final examinations, this friendly competition demonstrates the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that God bestows upon young Israel. Tonight, we are excited to host 3 rounds of Jeopardy! Our first Jeopardy! Will feature the students of our Young Israel class, followed by an intermission. And during that intermission, our Little Sheeps class will participate in their first live Jeopardy! Hosted by our very own Brother William, who is here with us today. After the intermission, we can definitely clap for that. After the intermission, we will host a round of Double Jeopardy!, a final Jeopardy!, and then the announcements of tonight's winners. I am your host, Brother Donnell, and keeping score for us today, who do we have? Can you show us the scores, please? All right, keeping score. We have Sister Isaiah and Sister Destiny. Let me begin by sharing with you all the rules for tonight's game. All right. First, our tables. At table 1, we have Team 1, Team Judah, correct? Team Judah. Give it up for Team Judah, everybody. And at table 2, opposite of Team Judah, we have none other than Team Israel. Please give it up for Team Israel. The rules are as follows. 6 categories have been selected by our children's class teachers. Each category contains 5 questions selected from the lessons taught during the course of the year. Each team has a buzzer. The first team to buzz in will have an opportunity to answer the question. Each correct answer gains points on the board. If the answer is incorrect, I will reread the question, and the remaining team will have an opportunity to respond. And no points will be deducted for the incorrect answer. All teams must wait until I have completely read the question before they hit the buzzer. All teams must wait. I gotta finish until I finish the question before they hit the buzzer. At the end of the final round, we will declare our winners and present prizes or so to all of the contestants. We ask that our studio audience remember to be respectful of all participants. Please do not mouth the answers to any of the contestants, and we do encourage you to clap for any and all correct answers. For our online audience, please feel free to play along by putting your answers down in the comments. All right. Is everybody ready? Are you ready? Okay, then. Let's see our first Jeopardy! The first category is prophets. Second category, history of Israel. Holy days versus holidays. Fruits. Trials and tribulations, and the law. Now, to start us off, I will pick the first question And then whoever answers the question correctly from thereafter will have an opportunity to continue to pick. Let's have holy days versus holidays for 200. This nation of people tricked Israel into making a league with them. Team Israel.
Was it the Gibeonites?
The answer? That is correct. It was the Gibeonites. And the Northern Kingdom is now on the board. All right. Team Israel, what is your next question?
Fruits for 200.
Say it one more time, a little louder, please.
Fruits for 200.
Fruits for 200. Fill in the blanks. Do all things without blank and blank. Team Israel.
Murmurings and disputings.
Do all things without murmurings and disputings. Please reveal the answer. That is correct. All right, Team Israel, on a roll. What is your next question?
The law for 200.
The law for 200. What was the topic of discussion between Jesus and the Pharisees in Matthew 15 and Mark 7? Was that Judah? Team Judah.
Washing your hands and having clean hands before eating.
Please reveal the answer. That is correct. Eating with unwashed and dirty hands. Both teams are now on the board. Team Judah, please give us your next question.
Say it, man.
Fruits for 400.
Fruits for 400. Fill in the blank. Thou shalt not pervert the judgment of the blank, nor the fatherless. Judah, go ahead.
The stranger? Who is the stranger?
That is correct. Who is the stranger? You want to reveal the answer? That is correct. Thou shalt not pervert the judgment of the stranger, nor of the fatherless, nor take the widow's raiment to pledge. Team Judah is now in the lead. What is your next question?
Prophets for 200.
Prophets for 200. According to Numbers 12, how does God reveal himself to a prophet? Team Israel.
Dreams.
Dreams?
Yes.
That is correct. In a vision or in a dream. Team Israel tying up the score. Will the Northern Kingdom please pick your next question?
Holy days versus holidays for 400.
Holy days versus holidays for 400. In what city was the tabernacle located during the time of Samuel?
Yeah.
All right, Team Judah.
Lost.
Yeah.
Shiloh.
Your answer was Shiloh?
Yeah.
Please reveal the answer. That is correct. The tabernacle was located in Shiloh.
I was gonna say Charlotte, but I was second guessing.
That's crazy.
All right. Team Judah, what is your next question?
Actually, no. Let's go. All right.
Profits for 400.
Profits for 400. We have a new wrinkle in our game. This year, we've added a select an audience member option. These will show up occasionally throughout the course of the night. For this question, you may select an audience member, once you've heard it, who you believe knows the answer to the question. We'll give them an opportunity to answer. If you believe they're correct, you go with the answer. If not, you may still choose your own answer. Okay. Please, what is the question? Wait, no. This prophet is the most quoted prophet in the New Testament. Okay. This is a question for Team Judah, since they got it. Who would you like to ask out of the audience? Anybody in the audience, if you think you know the answer, please raise your hand.
Wait, did we get the buzzer?
No. Yeah. If you know somebody else who knows the answer, who is the most quoted prophet in the New Testament? Anybody in the audience know the answer?
We can do anybody.
You can pick anybody who has their hand up.
Anybody who has
He
a
doesn't have his
Hand up.
Choose your dad.
My dad, Brother Marcus.
What?
The most quoted prophet of the New Testament.
No. No, we're going with our answer.
He said, Paul, do you all want to go with that answer? Or you all want to go with a different answer?
No. Never again.
Why did you raise your hand? Why did you raise your hand?
We still get our
I know.
All right, Team Judah, what answer would you all like to go with?
Who is Isaiah?
All right, Team Judah said the most quoted prophet of the New Testament is Isaiah. All right, and is that answer correct? Let us hope. That is correct. Isaiah.
I am. Appreciate it.
Thank you. And thank you, Brother Marcus, for your contribution. We appreciate it.
He said Paul. Who is Paul?
All right, Team Judah, what is your next question?
Trials and tribulations for 200.
Trials and tribulations for 200. According to 1 Peter 5, the devil walks around like what?
Roaring lion. Looking.
All right, Team Judah.
Wait, what? What?
We team two?
Yeah.
Yeah, Team Judah.
Like a roaring lion.
Seeking who made
All right, Team Judah has said like a roaring lion. Let us see the answer. Like a roaring lion, that is correct. Seeking whom he may devour. All right, Team Judah, taking a commanding lead. Don't get too comfortable. What is your next question?
Well, 600. Nah, profits. Just
Profits for 600.
Profits for 600. According to Revelation 1, what is God's way of delivering prophecy? Team Israel.
what? We getting this. Yeah.
All right, Team Israel, I need your answer.
In Revelation.
All right, Team Israel, we did not get your answer in time. We have to go over to Team Judah. Team Judah, according to Revelation 1, what is God's way of delivering prophecy?
Me? From the Father to the Son to the angel, and the angel to the prophet.
All right, he said from the Father to the Son to the angel, and then from the angel to the prophet. That is correct. All right, Team Judah, back in your hands. What is your next question?
Fruits for 600.
Fruits for 600. Fill in the blanks. Deuteronomy 6 tells us that we should love the Lord with all our blank, with all our blank, and with all our blank. Team Judah.
I just did the last one.
With all our heart, with all thy mind, and all thy soul.
Don't know.
All right, please reveal the answer. With all our heart, with all our soul, and all our might. That is correct.
I said it.
All right, Team Judah. What is your next question?
You want to do law for 400? Law for 400? Let's do law for 400.
The law for 400. After the creation, the Lord God rested on this day. The number.
No.
Team Israel.
You did not finish the question.
7th day.
It's okay.
All right, the 7th day. That is correct. Team Israel. All right, Team Israel.
Nah, still.
Back in action. What is your next question?
Fruits for 800.
The fruits for 800. Ye shall do no blank in judgment. Team Israel.
That can't be.
Unrighteousness.
Ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. The answer is correct. No unrighteousness.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
All right. Can we please show the score? Currently, Team Judah is in the lead with 2,800 points, with Team Israel only one question behind with 1,800 points. All right. Thank you very much. Okay, Team Israel, what is your next question?
Trials and tribulations for 400.
Trials and tribulations for 400. In Isaiah 41:10, what did the Lord say about being afraid?
just press it. No. If we get it wrong, so what? If we get it right.
Isaiah 41:10. I know this, but I want to be wrong.
Just do it. If you're wrong, so what? They don't know either. Just press it. Bro, just press the button.
All right. No one answered the question. Please reveal the answer. In Isaiah 41:10, the Lord said, "Fear thou not, I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. Don't be afraid, I am with you. I am your God." Team Israel, since you asked the last question, please choose again.
Holy days versus holidays for 600.
Holy days for 600. True or false? The Feast of Unleavened Bread comes before the Passover. Team Israel.
That is false.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right, and the answer is correct. That is false.
That's fast. You gotta pre-fight. Pre-fight.
All right, Team Israel, on the up. What is your next question?
History of Israel for 600.
The history of Israel for 600. According to 1 Samuel 13, what did the Lord call David?
Wait. I know this.
Okay, another one. Well, according to 1 Samuel 13, what did the Lord call David? Please show us what the answer would have been. A man after his own heart. Come on, y'all.
I knew that. I knew that. I just heard that today. Oh my God.
All right.
Fruits
The questions get harder as the numbers go up. Just
for
making
1,000.
sure.
Fruits
All right.
for 1,000.
Fruits for 1,000.
All right, lock in.
Lamentation tells us we should be thankful to the Lord because he gives us what two things every morning?
I remember what this is in. It was. I don't know the second one. I don't know the second one. It was.
I'm going to give you all 5 more seconds to figure it out.
Oh, just skip it.
5,
I don't know.
4,
I don't.
3.
I do not.
Okay. Seems like they were stumped by this one again. Lamentation tells us we should be thankful for the Lord to the Lord because he gives us what two things every morning? What are those two things? Mercy and compassion. Brand new every morning. Fresh, hot out the oven.
I was reviewing the wrong things today.
All right, Team Israel. What is your next question?
Trials and tribulations for 600.
So, Team Israel chose trials and tribulations for 600. Let's see the question. The Lord searches the reins and hearts to give everyone according to their
They didn't say.
Team Israel.
According to their works.
To give every man according to their works. Is that correct?
They did it earlier.
That is correct. Every man according to their works.
We just had to throw it.
Team Israel, it looks like they've taken the lead. The Southern Kingdom need to get like her sister, ain't that right? Team Israel, what is your next question?
The law for 600.
The law for 600. What did it mean when the veil of the temple ripped in half? Team Israel.
The
The
end
end of animal sacrifice.
Is that correct?
If we do it,
The end of animal sacrifice. That is what the ripping of the veil meant.
I am so happy I remember.
I see. Assyria couldn't hold you all down for long, now could they?
feel me?
Team Israel, what is your next question?
History of Israel for 800.
History of Israel for 800. He killed more Philistines in his death than while he was alive. All right, Team Judah.
Who is Samson?
Is that who it is?
It was Samson.
That is correct. Samson brought that building down, didn't he? All right, Team Judah, the game is now back in your control. What is your next question?
Profits for 800.
All right, profits for 800. What are they doing there? Finish the verse. Surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he reveal his secrets unto blank. Team Judah.
Profits.
Or his profits.
His profits. Profits.
Unto his servants, the prophets. We'll accept that answer, Team Judah. I need the rest of those words next time.
Okay, all right.
Next time. All right.
Yeah.
Team Judah, what is your next question?
But it's only like
Profits for 1,000.
Profits for 1,000. Somebody's getting comfortable.
no, not at all, actually.
Isaiah prophesied this name, meaning God is with us. Team Israel,
Emmanuel.
Yeah.
please reveal the answer.
It's not before.
What is Emmanuel? That is correct, meaning God with us. All right, Team Israel. What is your next question?
Holy days versus holidays for 800.
Holy days versus holidays for 800. The Druids held this feast at summer's end. Team Judah.
I don't think so.
What is Sam Hain?
The response was Sam Hain. Please reveal that answer. That is correct, Sam Hain. Quite the fall festival, indeed. Ghouls and goblins, I hear. All right, Team Judah. The question is yours.
Law for 800.
The law for 800. The Sabbath was given as a blank between the God and his people. Team Judah.
Covenant.
What was your answer?
Covenant.
All right. The answer they gave was covenant. I also heard a sign come from the crowd. Please reveal that answer. That is correct. Both a sign and a covenant. Great job, Team Judah and Team DJ. All right. Before we continue, can we please see the score?
No.
All right. With 4,800 points left on the board, Team Judah is in a narrow lead with 6,000. Team Israel right behind with 4,600. All right, Team Judah, what is your next question?
Trials and tribulations for 800.
Trials and tribulations for 800. A double-minded man is blank in all his ways.
Y'all want to answer? You know?
Team Judah.
Unstable.
A double-minded man is unstable. That is correct. That brother's a little wobbly. Somebody help him up. Get him to his car. Get him back home. All right. Team Judah, what is your next question?
Can we do law for 1,000?
The law for 1,000. What was the meaning of the vision that Peter had in Acts 10? Team Judah.
That anything in God's creation is not unclean, or don't think of something in God's creation unclean if he says it's not. I didn't know how to phrase it. I'm confused.
Okay, very close, but we will not be able to accept that particular answer this time. I see where you were going. Team Israel, would you like to respond?
I didn't know how to phrase it. That's my bad.
Like, you cool.
All nations can enter into the covenant.
Yeah.
All right. All nations may enter into the covenant, please. That is correct. All nations can now enter into the covenant. All right. The game is on. Team Israel, ball is in your court. What is your next question?
LeBron.
Holy days versus holidays for 1,000.
Holy days versus holidays for 1,000. We get to this feast by counting 7 Sabbaths after the waving of the sheaf of the first fruits.
Oh.
Team Israel.
Pentecost.
Yeah. We got that.
Count 7 weeks, and what do we get to? We get to the Pentecost. That is correct. Literally the Feast of Weeks. All right. Team Israel, please ask your next question.
Histories of Israel for 1,000.
History of Israel for 1,000. Saul sought to inquire of what from the woman at Endor? Team Judah.
No. Well, he was trying to talk to Saul, but he was dead. I mean, to Samuel. So I don't. Oh, can I? Is it too late?
Unfortunately, we could not accept that answer. Team Israel, Saul sought to inquire of what from the woman at Endor?
To speak to Samuel.
That's what they said. That's what I said.
To speak up to the Holy Spirit.
Okay,
Spirit.
they said to speak to Samuel. Unfortunately, that also is not correct this time around. Please reveal the answer. They sought to inquire of the familiar spirit.
What is going on?
All right. It was not Samuel, in fact, who was there, but nice try.
Why?
Okay, and our final question. Teams, be ready. Final question, please.
Trials and tribulations for 1,000.
Paul was pricked in his heart once he was confronted by Team Israel.
No.
Jesus.
No.
The answer
No, it's cool.
is correct. Jesus. And after round 1, we have a very exciting game. Please let us see the score.
I don't feel good.
At the end of round 1, Team Judah is sitting lovely at 6,800 points, while Team Israel has now taken the lead with 7,600 points. Don't worry, we have another round in store to keep the game going. Right now, we will take a brief intermission and we'll enter in with our Young Sheep class. Please give a round of applause for all of our contestants in round 1.
Bless you.
Online audience, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with you in just a moment.
All right, everyone. Thank you for hanging with us. On stage, we have the Little Sheep. Let's give them a round of applause. As Brother Donnell said, this is their first live game of Jeopardy. Little Sheep, you all ready?
Yeah.
All right. So we have 3 teams. We have the Lions, we have the Sheep in the middle, from left to right, and then the Lambs. All right. So first, let's introduce the categories. To Israel. Oh, let me step out of the way and get that fabulous bumper and groove. Never heard a Bible Jeopardy game like this. What does the book say?
You can tell we have to agree on something.
Yes, sir. Categories are as follows: From Abraham to Israel, The Lion's Den, The Wise Boys, The Creation, Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel, and the Sabbath. All right. Little Sheep's class, remember to let me ask you the question before you use your buzzer. All right? Okay, so I'm going to select the first question. And I'm going to go with The Wise Boys for 200. Remember, you can buzz in after you hear the question. Here's the question. Who was the first king over Babylon during this time of the captivity of Israel? So, want to redo it? All right, same question. Who was the first king over Babylon during this time of the captivity of Israel? Finished. All right, did anybody catch? Jojo, that would be the sheep.
Nebuchadnezzar.
Let's see the answer. Nebuchadnezzar is correct. Fantastic job. Okay, Team Sheep, you all get to ask the next question. We have From Abraham to Israel, The Lion's Den, The Wise Boys, The Creation, Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel, or the Sabbath. Which question would you like and how many points?
The Creation, 200.
The Creation for 200. Okay. Here's the question. Remember, after I ask it, I'll say finish, then you can buzz in, teams, okay? True or false? Firmament is another name for heaven.
True.
Team Sheep, okay. Let's have the answer revealed, my brothers in the booth. True it is. All right. Team Sheep, you can choose the next section.
The Creation for 600.
The Creation for 600. Here's the question. Remember, after I say the question, I'll say finish, and then you buzz in. All right. On this day, God said, let there be light. Finish. You're going to beat me every time. I don't know.
The first day.
So who was the team? Lions? Okay. And I'm sorry, what was your answer?
The first day.
The first day. Can we see that answer, please, brothers in the booth? The first day. All right. Team Lions, you get to choose the next question category.
The Sabbath,
And how many points would you like?
200.
The Sabbath for 200. Here's the question. Where should you be on the Sabbath? Was it the Lions?
Yeah.
Oh, sheep, okay.
At church.
At church is the answer. Let's see what the board says. At church. I'm going to stop saying finish because, you know, the kids, they ain't paying me no mind. All right. Great job, sheep. Next question and category. Would you like me to read them to you or you have some in mind?
The Sabbath for 400.
The Sabbath for 400? All right. Here's the question. The Sabbath starts in the blank.
Evening.
Sheep says the evening. Let's see the answer. Evening, night. Excellent. All right. What question category would you like?
Adam and Eve.
Okay.
Cain and Abel
Adam-
for 200.
Okay, Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel for 200. Here's a question. What did Cain do to Abel because he was jealous and angry? Team Lions, what's your answer?
He killed him.
Let's see what the board says. What the book says. He killed his brother Abel. Very good. Very good. All right, Team Lions, it is up to you. Let me just read the categories again for everyone. From Abraham to Israel, the Lion's Den, the Wise Boys, the Creation, Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel, and the Sabbath. Okay, Lions.
Cain and Abel.
Cain and Abel, how many points?
1,000.
1,000. So is that 1,000? We'll go with 1,000. We'll do 1,000.
1,000.
1,000. Let's do it.
1,000.
I love it. 1,000, 1,000. I know what you meant. All right. Here's a question. How did the Lord punish Cain for killing his brother? Sheep. What's your answer?
He had to leave and he had to wander the world.
Had to leave and wander the world. What does the book say? He had to leave his family and wander the earth for the rest of his life. Fantastic. Fantastic. All right, Sheep, you have the selection, your choice, your pick of question and value.
The Wise Boys for 400.
The Wise Boys for 400. The people of Babylon fell down to worship what? Lions.
Golden statue.
A golden statue, huh? Let's see what the book says on this one. A golden statue. Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, what's the next question? Lions team. Category question. Would you like me to read them to you?
Adam and Eve.
Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel, how many points?
400.
You got 800, 600, 400 left.
800.
800. Big rolling. I love it. Fearless. Okay. Wow. Well, we got select an audience member. So, Little Sheep, I'm going to read the question. And you can choose an audience member. And if they answer and you don't like their answer, you can choose your own answer or you can use their answer. All right. So let's see the question. Listen carefully. What did Abel offer as a sacrifice to the Lord? The firstborn of his flock or fruit and vegetables?
Who am I going to choose?
So you can choose an audience member with their hand raised so the little sheep can see you.
I go?
Lion's choice.
Leon.
Who'd you pick?
Liam? Liam.
You gotta pick somebody with it.
Oh, right. Sorry. Liam, yeah.
Sharon.
Okay, so Sister Sharon, is that right? Thank you, Sister Sharon. So Sister Sharon says the firstborn of his flock. If you like that answer, you can go with it, or you can go with your own answer. Firstborn of his flock. What did Abel offer as a sacrifice to the Lord? The firstborn of his flock or fruit and vegetables?
You showed it.
Oh, I see that. I don't know how that got up there. But what do y'all think? Is that?
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to choose that anyway. All right. Everybody's rolling loud. Thank you, Sister Sharon. All right. You all still have the selection. What would you like to choose?
The lion's den for 200.
The lion's den for 200. What did the Lord do? What did the Lord God do while Daniel was in the lion's den? Sheep.
He sent an angel down.
He sent an angel. I missed it.
He sent an angel down.
Okay, he sent an angel down. Let's see what the book says.
IMO.
Okay. Yeah, he sent an angel to shut the lion's mouth. Very good. Praise God that he did. All right. Sheep, you can choose the next question and category.
From Abraham to Israel for 200.
Abraham to Israel for 200. Here is the question. True or false? Jacob stole Esau's birthright. Sheep.
False.
False, he says. False is correct.
Good job.
He did not steal the birthright. All right, sheep, it is your question again. What would you like?
From Abraham to Israel for 600.
Abraham to Israel, 600 points. True or false? Rachel had the most children. The lambs. The lions, I'm sorry.
The lions? Lions?
Yes, the lions.
False.
Let's see what the book says.
They got it right.
False.
Yes.
Excellent. Sure. All right, we need a brief technical intermission. Good. All right. So, Lions, you get to choose again.
The Sabbath for 600.
The Sabbath for 600. Here's the question. Jesus went into the synagogue on what day? Sheep team. Team sheep.
Saturday.
Saturday?
Yeah.
Sabbath day, mate. Sabbath day. Saturday's like the Sabbath day.
The Sabbath day. Saturday, okay.
That's good.
Do benevolence. Right? All right.
For 100.
Which one?
400.
On the Sabbath day or another category, DJ? Which one were you thinking about? You have from Abraham to Israel open for 4. The creation open for 4. And Adam and Eve open for 4. Which one? Or you could choose another one. It's up to you all. Which one?
Saturday.
Sabbath day? For 800 or for 1,000?
1,000.
1,000. 1,000.
It's a scary. It's a scary.
Oh boy. This is a sticky one right here. All the kids, I might not ask this one. They might get up from the table. Should you play Roblox on the Sabbath? Lions.
No.
Let's see what the book says about that. No. With the exclamation point. Very good. All right, Lions, you get to select.
The Sabbath for 800.
The Sabbath for 800 points. Okay. Don't pull the question up yet. Here's the question. Who gave us the Sabbath day? Team Sheep.
God.
All right, let's see what the book says. The Lord Jesus. we're gonna give that to them because God, yeah, two in the Godhead.
All
Two in
right.
the Godhead. All right.
Okay.
Yes, little sheep, you have the selection. So you have
Creation for 400.
okay, creation for 400. Here's the question. What did God create on the fourth day?
Four.
The team lambs? Is that right? Okay.
The sun, the moons, and the stars.
The sun, the moons, and the stars is the answer. Let's see what the book says. The sun, the moon, and the stars.
Oh my gosh.
Team lambs, way to get on the board. Way to get on the board. Way to not give up. Good job. All right, team lambs. Which category would you like? From Abraham?
Abraham to Israel for 1,000.
From Abraham to Israel for 1,000? The lamb said, we're not wasting any time. Here's the question.
I know this.
Here's the question. Who was the youngest out of the 12 sons of Jacob?
Benjamin.
Team sheep?
Benjamin.
Benjamin is the answer.
Let me answer one.
Okay. So we're skipping it? Okay. What team was that? Sheep. Okay. So we giving it to him? All right.
You guys gotta wait till the question's over, okay? All right, because next time you might not give it to you.
All right. So that was a sheep for 1,000. Okay. Sheep, it is your question to choose. What would you like?
Lion's Den for 400.
Lion's Den for 400. Here's a question. How did Daniel show his obedience to God when the king made a law saying not to obey God?
I'm giving them the
Okay, Lions? Okay. Lions, what's your answer? Oh, sure, I'm sorry.
Show faith.
Show faith?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want the question again? Or I'll read the question again.
Yeah, read it again.
Okay. How did Daniel show his obedience to God when the king made a law saying not to obey God? How did he show his obedience?
He prayed to God.
He prayed to God.
You kept praying.
Okay. Let's see what the book says.
Job.
Daniel continued to pray and give thanks to God anyway. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, sheep, your question.
Good job.
Or was it sheep or lions?
Good job.
Sorry, lions. Lions. Your question.
The wise boys 600.
The wise boys for 600. Here's the question. Who did the Lord send to protect them in the furnace? Lions.
Angel.
Angel is the answer.
Let them get.
An angel is the correct answer.
Good job.
Okay, which category lions would you like next?
From Abraham to Israel, 400.
From Abraham to Israel.
The Sabbath.
Blue.
So while we work on that, can we just give the little sheep a round of applause? To me, it's exceptional that they're studying, they're learning, and let's give a round of applause to the parents that are supporting this learning. Outstanding.
Not over yet.
Outstanding. Y'all are doing a really good job.
They have to fix it. Yeah, all the yellows come. Wait until all the yellows come, then we're gonna finish.
What is that? Witchcraft? She's supposed to do it. Yeah, I'm the one supposed to do it. Sister Nicole.
Okay, so the question was from Abraham to Israel for 400. Okay. Who was born first out of the 12 sons of Jacob? Team Sheep.
Reuben.
Reuben is their answer. What does the book say? Reuben. Firstborn.
That Reuben fry.
All right. Team Sheep, which category would you like?
Okay, right after he says it, okay. Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel for 400.
Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel for 400. Here's the question. What were Cain and Abel's jobs? Yeah, we gotta redo that. All right. Gotta wait to the gotta wait till I ask it, all right? So what were Cain and Abel's jobs? Team Lions.
Abel was a shepherd and Cain was a farmer.
All right, let's see what the book says.
That'd be a good one, y'all.
Very good. All right. Would you like to select the next one, please?
Oh, the next one. From Abraham to Israel, 800.
From Abraham to Israel for 800?
Yeah.
Okay. Abraham to Israel for 800. Here's the question. Who is the father of many nations? Team Sheep.
Abraham.
Let's see what the book says. Abraham.
So scared.
Very good. Team Sheep, which question would you like?
I do. The Lion's Den for 600.
The Lion's Den for 600. Here's the question. By disobeying the king, what was Daniel showing everyone? Lions.
Faith.
They said faith. Let's see what the book says. His faith in the Lord. It is more important to obey God than man, that he loves the Lord. Great job. Okay, Lions, your next question.
Me?
Lions.
Okay.
You have the Lion's Den left, the Wise Boys. Go ahead.
Adam and Eve.
Okay.
600.
That's the last
600.
one. Okay. Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel for 600. Here's the question.
Yep.
What does it mean to give God a sacrifice? Team Sheep.
Giving him thanks.
Okay. We'll repeat the question. What does it mean to give God a sacrifice? Lions. Team Lions.
Okay. I forgot.
You forgot? Okay.
To give everything you have.
To give everything you have to God? Okay. Let's see what the book says.
Yes.
Something valuable. I think everything you have is pretty valuable. We'll accept that. Good job. Good job. All right, Lions, it's up to you. Creation 800, Wise Boys 800, and 1,000 for both, and also the Lion's Den.
The Lion's Den.
800 or 1,000?
4,000.
1,000. Okay. The Lion's Den 4,000.
1,000.
Here's oh wow! Get a lifeline. Select an audience member. So, right, if someone has their hand raised after I ask the question, you all can choose that person if you like to. So here's the question.
Yeah.
What does it say about God that he delivered Daniel from the lion's den? So this is for the lions. You can choose someone that has their hand. I don't see any hands though, y'all. Y'all might have to go by yourself on this.
I don't see no
Nobody
hand.
raising their hand. Somebody must have wrote a bad question on that one.
Somebody needs to raise their hands. Put your hands up.
All right, so let me read it again. Because this person that wrote this question, really, I don't know who could have done that. All right, so what does it say about God that he delivered Daniel from the lion's den? What does it say about God? Okay, we got it. Okay.
Sister Keisha.
Okay, Sister Keisha. He's merciful. Do y'all like that answer? That he's merciful? Lion?
Yes.
You like that answer? Okay. Let's see what the book says. He is able to deliver us, that he honors us when we obey, that he loves us. He is merciful. Absolutely. Thank you. Because that bad question writer who's standing at this podium, ooh, we got to work on this.
For the lions.
We gotta work on this
That was for the lions.
I'm sorry. I'm off track. That bad question got me off track. All right, who's that? The sheep?
No, it was for the lions.
The lions. Okay, the lions. So we had, what question would you like? All right. So I heard y'all know what category I want.
Wise Boys 1000.
Wise Boys 4000. Here's the question. The king put the Hebrew men in what to punish them?
What was it again? What was it? A fiery furnace.
Sheep confirmed? Sheep? Okay, the fiery furnace. Let's see what the book says about that. The fiery furnace.
Someone help.
Good job.
Wait, but I didn't answer the
All right. Sheep, your question category.
The creation for 800.
The creation for 800. Here is the question. On what day did God create mankind? Sheep? Was it sheep? Okay. Team sheep.
The 6th day.
The 6th day, you say. The 6th day, the book says. Excellent job. All right. Your next category, Team Sheep.
The creation for 1,000.
The creation for 1,000.
I'm gonna steal this one.
True or false? The morning starts a new day.
We did.
Lions?
Yeah.
Lions.
False.
The brother says false. The book says false. Well done. All right. Lions, what category?
The Wise Boys 800.
The Wise Boys for 800. The names of Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah were changed to Lions. Team Lions.
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Very good. Okay, Lions. One question left on the board, as I can see. That would be the Lions then for 800. What happened to the men that had Daniel thrown in the lion's den? Lions.
They were eaten.
They were eaten?
I know the answer. It's still eating. Still eating.
I got any more on that eating? Like,
Yes, they were. They died.
they did. All right, we'll accept they were eating. Next time, I like to know who ate them, though.
The lions.
The lions. All right. All right. Okay, now
Not next time.
we have a final Jeopardy question.
Okay.
Final Jeopardy question.
For what?
All right. And this is worth how much? Okay. Here is really important. Okay. So for the final Jeopardy question, do not buzz.
Okay.
Okay.
Raise our hand.
And don't call out your answer.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold up. Okay.
All right.
So just right here.
So what you're going to do is you're going to write the answer after you talk to your team on the paper. And we'll decide from there.
Thank you.
Okay, great. Everybody has pen, paper. Cool. Ready?
I'm
All right.
ready.
Final Jeopardy. Here's the question. Here's a question. Who is our God and one true King? Write down your answer. Do not buzz. Do not call it out. Who is our God and one true King? All right. All right. So all the teams, you have your answers down, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to show your answers so we can see what you wrote down as your answer. You ready to show them? Okay. Okay, I see lions. I see sheep. All right.
Wait, why the names?
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so the lion says Jesus, God. Sheep says Jesus. And I cannot from this distance. Yes. The Lord. Okay. Let's look at our answer. Jesus is the answer.
Jesus.
So let's give it up. All right, so we get some tallies on the points.
Always of God.
Absolutely, you're right. Always. Okay, I would like to say once again that you all did a fantastic job of studying. You didn't just come up here. I know you've been studying for weeks. Little sheep class.
My best day
Hold your head
ever.
up. Hold your head up. Hold your head up. Hold your head up. You don't have anything to be upset about, okay? You did a fantastic job. Everybody did a fantastic job. All right? All right? It's beautiful. But by score, we have the Lions at 11,600 points as our winners. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I can't count either. 1,000 to the sheep, 2,400 to the lambs. And the winner is...
I'm glad we won.
Oh, it's there. Right. Yeah. Yeah. The Lions. Let's give it up one more time. Great job. Great job. All right. You may, at the direction of the sisters,
Okay, stand up, guys.
Thank
exit
you
the
very
stage.
much. I'm glad to
Yes.
see y'all again.
Great job.
My best day ever. Bye.
We're gonna find out. 6 days before May the I heard that. That's how does the book say? What does the book say? All right, we are back for round 2 of our Young Israel's competition of Jeopardy. The categories, some are the same, but some have changed. Again, our two teams are Team Judah and Team Israel. And we will begin by revealing tonight's categories. The Prophets, Part 2. History of Israel, Part 2. Black History. Fruits, Part 2. Trials and Tribulations, Part 2. And also Seek Ye Out of the Book. And these are our categories. Now, I believe that at the last round, Team Israel narrowly squeaked out the W. So in this round, I will allow Team Israel to start by selecting the first question. Team Israel, are you ready? If you are ready,
Which one?
please select your first category as we put the points back on the board. You are picking.
Black History for 200.
All right, Black History, not History of Israel, Black History, thank you, for 200. And the Lord shall bring these into blank again with ships. Team Judah.
Egypt.
Team Judah says the answer is Egypt. Are we going back to Egypt? I think we will. And indeed we did.
That's up to God.
Back into captivity. That old,
It's all up to God.
I want that old thing back, apparently. Team Judah, please, what is your next question?
Profits for 600.
The Prophets, Part 2, for 600. She prays unto the Lord to have a son because her womb was barren. What's it say? All right, Team Judah.
Wait, so we answer?
Team Judah, yes.
Hannah.
They think Hannah was barren. Was it Hannah? Indeed, it was. Great job, Team Judah. We can clap it up for Team Judah. And thank you for our studio audience for sticking around. We really appreciate it. All right, Team Judah, what is your next question?
Profits 400.
The Prophets for 400. Wherefore, by their blank ye shall know them. All right, Team Israel.
Fruits.
Fruits, vegetables. All right, that is correct. Fruits is the correct answer. Team Israel. Putting on for the Northern Kingdom. All right, Team Israel, what is your next category?
Fruits for 200.
Fruits for 200. Judge not according to the blank, but judge righteous judgment. All right, Team Judah.
Appearance.
He said it. He said it before. All right. Appearance. That is correct. Don't let it happen again, though. Just...
Oh.
All right, Team Judah. Please tell us what is your next question.
History of Israel 200.
The history of Israel for 200. Another select an audience member question. As you all remember, the team will get to select an audience member. Audience member, if you know the answer, please feel free to raise your hand. If the team selects you, you can give your answer. If they agree, we'll go with that. And if not, they still have an opportunity to choose their own answer. Please show us the question. What was given to the Levites who lived among the tribe of Israel? It's all right. Team Judah, it's already your question. But anybody in the audience who knows the answer, what was given to the Levites who lived among the tribes of Israel? Anybody care to? What was given to the Israelites who lived among the tribes of Judah?
I choose Naeem.
The priesthood? Interesting. All right. Naeem said the priesthood. They were given the priesthood. What answer? Do you all want to go with that, or do you all want to go with a different answer?
We gonna go with a different answer.
Okay. What answer would you like to give?
Cities.
Cities. Okay. The Levites were giving cities when they lived among the tribes of Israel. What answer do you have on the board? Cities. That is correct. Now, mind you, they were given the priesthood. That was the next level up answer right there. They were indeed given the priesthood. All right, but they were also given cities since they had no land of their own. Okay, so Team Judah, great job. Please choose your next question.
Prophets 200.
The prophets for 200. Playing it safe, I see. In chapter 4 of the book of Daniel, what did Daniel prophesy about concerning King Nebuchadnezzar? All right, Team Israel, what say you? Okay, Team Israel, you are out of time. Team Judah, you can come in for the steal. In chapter 4 of the book of Daniel, what did Daniel prophesy about concerning King Nebuchadnezzar?
I'm going to say the kingdoms.
You said the kingdoms? Would you care to be more specific for just...
Nah, I got nothing.
Okay. Well, the kingdoms was the Team Judah's answer. Please let us know the answer. That God would humble him, allowing him to live like a beast, eating grass for 7 years. Yes, the question was about King Nebuchadnezzar and what would happen to him. Stumped you guys that time, huh?
And where's the opportunity?
All right. Team Judah, since you asked that question last, please ask the next question.
He hasn't gotten it.
Fruits 800.
All right. Fruits of the Spirit for 800. Ephesians 5 declares that we can give thanks to the Lord by doing what? All right, Team Judah. Team Judah.
Say it.
All right, Team Judah couldn't figure themselves out, giving Team Israel an opportunity to come in for the steal. Team Israel, would you like to give your answer? Ephesians 5 declares that we can give thanks to the Lord by doing what?
By making melodies with your heart.
By making melodies with your heart. Can you please show us the answer? That is correct. Making melodies in our hearts. You got a little tune in there, I see. You got a song to sing. All right. Great job, Team Israel. Team Judah, they're on your toes. All right, Team Israel, what is your next question? Lots of questions left on the board.
Fruits for 400.
Fruits for 400. Well, fruits for 400 is our next audience selection question. So, Team Israel, you all will have an opportunity now to select an audience member to answer this question. Please, let's see the question. What are the 2 greatest commandments? Anybody in the audience care to give their answer? What are the 2 greatest commandments?
Dante.
No, Dante can't answer, unfortunately. Not this time. Dante? He was in the room. That's fine. Dante, what answer do you have for them?
Yes.
There you go. It's okay. All right, Dante in the audience says to love God and to love your neighbor. Are those the 2 greatest commandments, Team Israel? What say you?
Yes.
You all want to go with that answer?
Yes.
You all trust Dante?
Yes.
All right. Go ahead. Love God and love your neighbor. You better trust Dante. That's right. Dante knows what time it is. He's been on that stage. He knows it's hot up there.
Obviously.
All right. Team Israel, great job. Please choose your next question.
Now, what about black? Yeah. Go ahead. Go for it.
Fruits for 600.
All right, fruits for 600. I see we like that category. In 1 Corinthians 13, what is the word that is used for love? All right, Team Judah, what word is used for love?
Charity.
Charity. All right, answer, please. That is correct. Charity is not boastful, is not proud. That's right, charity does not puffeth itself up.
What are we doing? We can do it.
Above all. Okay, Team Judah,
If you do
doing Jerusalem proud tonight, I see. Will you please give us your next question? It's quite the debate happening up here, I see.
Prophets 800.
Okay, prophets for 800. What is it? When Israel had no seer in the land, the Lord came to this young man in a vision. You didn't expect this question now, did you? Who was it at? Team Judah.
Samuel?
Team Judah says Samuel. Is that correct? It is Samuel. The Lord did come to Samuel in a vision. I can tell you, they were not expecting that question. All right. Great job, Team Judah. Okay, you get to choose the next question.
Fruits 1,000.
Fruits of the Spirit for 1,000. Fill in the blanks. Be ye blank and blank not. All right. Team Israel.
Be ye angry and sin not.
Ooh, be mad, but you better not sin. Is that the correct answer? Yes, it is. Be ye angry and sin not. Great job, Team Israel. Before we continue on, can we please see the score? It is still a very tight game with Team Judah currently sitting at 9,400 points. Team Israel taking the lead with 10,200 points. Thank you, Sister Azalea and Sister Destiny. All right. Team Israel, since you got that correct, please let us know your next question.
Trials and tribulation for 200.
That's what I'm talking about. Trials and tribulations for 200. It gets hard sometimes. When Queen Esther was facing death and destruction of Judah and Persia, what did she say according to her faith in God to deliver her? Team Israel was a little early. Team Judah, what is your answer?
If I perish, I perish.
If I die, I die. Is that the correct answer? It is. If I perish, I perish. Esther wasn't playing no games now, was she? Okay, Team Judah. Thank you. Team Israel, you got to be a little more patient. All right, Team Judah, you got that answer right. Will you please let us know your next question? Points. Did we put the points for Team Judah? Okay. All right, Team Judah, what's your next question?
Yeah. Prophets for 1,000.
Prophets for 1,000. How was Moses different from the other prophets? Team Judah.
Wait, what?
He got his instructions and conversated directly with God or Jesus himself.
He had one-on-ones with God. That's Team Judah's answer. What says the book? He spoke directly with God. Indeed. Team Judah, great job. 1,000 more points on the board for Team Judah. Team Judah, what is your next question?
Black History 800.
Black history for 800. For we have not an high priest which cannot be touched with the feeling of our blank, but was in all points tempted like as we are, yet without sin. All right, Israel.
Infirmities.
Infirmities. What does that mean? Please reveal that answer. Is that correct? Indeed, he was touched with our infirmities, just like we were, yet without sin. Great job, Team Israel. Please choose your next question.
Seek ye out of the book for 200.
All right, seek ye out of the book. We not scared. Christmas trees can be found in what book and chapter in the Bible? All right, Team Judah.
Jeremiah chapter 10.
Oh, wait. Book? What? All right. All right, Team Judah. What is your answer?
Jeremiah 5:10.
5:10?
Wait, 10:5.
Jeremiah 10:5. I'm giving the extra credit here. All right. All right, what is the answer? Jeremiah chapter 10. That is correct. Gave us a little more, said verse 5, because that boy can read, clearly. That boy is reading. All right, great job, Team Judah. Team Judah, what is your next question?
Wait, there's still not.
Close game we got here.
Black History 600.
Black history for 600. The Lord chose this nation to share the gospel to all nations. Team Judah.
Israel.
The answer was Israel. What says the book? That is correct. The Lord did choose Israel out of all nations. They have the oracles of God. That's what Paul said. Okay, Team Judah. Making it a very close game. What is your next question?
Black History 400.
Black history for 400. According to the book of Judges, the book of Daniel, how are two descriptions of the Israelites' hair? All right, Team Israel.
Locks and wool.
Locks and wool. Okay. What does it say? As locks and wool or woolly hair. We call it an afro nowadays. All right, Team Israel, great job. Well, before we go to the next question, can we go back to the scoreboard? Let's see our score in real time. All right, we are locked up. 11,400 for each team. Go ahead and make some. It is anybody's game. Okay. Thank you. Team Israel, please choose your next question.
History of Israel for 400.
The history of Israel for 400. What did King David do after he was corrected for his sins? All right, Team Judah. Oh, seems like we had a snafu with that question. Let's go back to the board.
Oh, thank you,
So
Brother Marcus.
the answer was that David repented and accepted his punishment without complaint. However, we will return to who asked that question? Yeah. All right, Team Judah, please ask your next question. They have a strategy here, you all. It's very simply don't let the other team win.
All right, seek ye out of the book 600.
Seek ye out of the book for 600. Where can we find the blessings and the curses? Team Israel.
Deuteronomy 28.
Deuteronomy chapter 28. Can you reveal the answer? That is correct. Deuteronomy 28. The blessings and the curses. Still hurting us today. All right, Team Israel, what is your next question?
Trials and tribulations. Trials and tribulations for 400.
Trials and tribulations for 400. What did Jesus say he was to Abram in Genesis 15? All right, Team Judah.
A friend.
In Genesis 15. Unfortunately, that is not the right answer. Okay, Team Israel, you have the chance to steal away these 400 points. What did Jesus say he was to Abram in Genesis 15?
His salvation.
Close, but also not the correct answer we were looking for. Can you please reveal the answer? He was his shield, or thy shield. I am thy shield and great reward. Okay. Tough one. All right. All right, Team Israel. Since you asked the last question, please select the next one.
Seek ye out of the book for 400.
Seek ye out the book for 400. Where can we find the dietary law? All right, Team Judah. I'm sorry, Team Judah, the time has elapsed. Team Israel, opportunity to get some very tasty points. What say you?
Do we know what a dietary law is? Anyone?
I am very surprised at this. All right, well, since no one answered in time, can you please reveal the answer? The dietary law can be found in Leviticus 11 or Deuteronomy 14. I wonder what you all tell the lunch lady in the cafeteria at school.
Don't mention.
All right.
I don't like it.
Please select our next question. The Team Israel, right? Team Israel, the question is yours.
History of Israel for 600.
History of Israel for 600. What three tribes received their inheritance first on the other side of the Jordan River? Team Israel.
Half of Manasseh, Gad, and Reuben.
The answer they gave was half of the tribe of Manasseh, Gad, and Reuben. It's a very intricate answer. Is that correct? It is correct. Reuben, Gad, and the half tribe of Manasseh. I want my money and I need it now. Okay, Team Israel. What is your next question?
Trials and tribulations for 600.
Trials and tribulations for 600 is our next audience select question. Team Israel, the question is yours. Remember, you can select anyone out of the audience who has their hand raised. You cannot select the same person you selected before. All right, what is the question? According to Hebrews 13 and 8, why can we trust in Jesus? According to Hebrews 13 and 8, why can we trust in Jesus?
Rasheen.
Rasheen in the audience says he is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Does that sound correct to you all?
Yes.
You all want to go with that answer?
Yes.
That is quite a choice. All right, Rasheen, they said the same yesterday, today, and forever. What does the board say? He is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Shout out to my boy Rasheen with the save for the young boys. All right, Team Israel. You all should thank Rasheen for those wonderful points. But the question is again yours.
Black history for 1,000.
Black history for 1,000. Who is the precious cornerstone laid in Zion that can deliver salvation to Israel and all the sons of Adam? All right, Team Judah.
Jesus.
Team Judah says Jesus. Is that correct? It is Jesus, the precious cornerstone, tried and true.
That's all right.
The most true. All right, Team Judah. Making a comeback. What is your next question?
History of Israel for 1,000.
The history of Israel for 1,000. Instead of asking for wealth and power, Solomon asked the Lord for this. Okay, I will reread the question. All right. Instead of asking for wealth and power, I see everybody is eager to have these points.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Instead of asking for wealth and power, Solomon asked the Lord for this. All right. Team Judah.
Knowledge and the ability to lead.
Knowledge?
Well, wisdom, knowledge.
I mean, you giving multiple answers now. Knowledge. Okay. It's not. It's close. All right. Unfortunately, we cannot accept the answer knowledge. Team Judah, Team Israel, if you would like to answer.
Wisdom.
Team Israel says wisdom. And the answer is wisdom. We make a little distinction here between knowledge and wisdom. Okay.
History of Israel for 800.
The history of Israel for 800. In chapter 4 of the book of Daniel, what did Daniel prophesy about concerning King Nebuchadnezzar? We did this one?
Yeah, I think, I was about to say.
Let's go back to the board. All right, go ahead. Click it again.
X1.
Solomon made these to please his many wives and caused the Lord to become angry. Team Judah.
Idols.
Solomon made idols. Is that correct? It is. Solomon made temples and idols to his many, many wives. Was a busy man, apparently. Great job, Team Judah. All right, Team Judah, the next question is yours.
Trials and tribulations, 1,000.
Trials and tribulations for 1,000. But he that shall endure unto the blank, the same shall be saved. Team Israel.
End.
End. Team Israel says end, and the correct answer is indeed it is he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved. All right. Before we go on to our next set of questions, let's see the score. Okay, the game is still very close. 2,000 points difference between Team Judah and Team Israel. Okay. Thank you. Team Israel, the next question is yours. There are 3 questions on the board. What you can't see, seek out of the book for 1,000 is still there. But Team Israel, what is your next question?
Trials and tribulation for 800.
All right, trials and tribulations for 800. I am the light of the world. He that blank me shall not walk in darkness. All right, Team Israel.
Followeth.
He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness. Is that correct? It is. He that followeth me. All right, we are walking by faith, not by sight. Okay. Team Israel taking a commanding lead. What is your next question?
Okay. Seek ye out of the book for 800.
All right. Seek ye out of the book for 800. Where can we find the definition of sin? Team Judah. Team Judah, I am sorry. We did not get your answer in time. Team Israel, will you please, if you so choose, answer. Where can we find the definition of sin?
Luke 14.
Luke 14. Is that the answer we are looking for? I believe not. What we were looking for was for 1 John 3 and 4. For the wages of sin are death. That's in Romans. But the transgression of the law, that is the definition of sin in 1 John 3 and 4. All right. Team Judah, this is our last question. What is it?
Oh, seek ye. Oh.
Where can we find the commandments? Team Israel.
Exodus 20.
All right. Exodus 20. That is correct. Team Israel. Exodus chapter 20. Can we please see the scoreboard? The score right now, Team Judah sitting at 13,200 points. Team Israel with a strong lead at 17,000 points. But we are not done. We have one final Jeopardy. Thank you again to our lovely sisters at the scoreboard. All right. As we get ready for our final Jeopardy, we just want to say a couple things as we pass our items around. We just want to thank all of our contestants for their diligence this year. We would also like to thank all the sisters and brothers who have coordinated, supported, read, served, cleaned, and prayed for the success of our young people throughout the course of the year. We would like to thank Elder Bruce and Brother William for some phenomenal teaching this year. Clap it up for them. And we want to thank Brother Marcus for manning the cameras tonight. Marcus, shout out to you.
And we'd like to thank Brother Donnell. I know I broke protocol.
And thank you again to our studio audience for joining us tonight for this, our 6th anniversary of our Jeopardy game here at the IOG Baltimore in Baltimore. Are we just about ready for the final Jeopardy? Okay, the question for our final Jeopardy is, this month is the beginning of months. Now you can wager points, however many points you are willing to risk for this question. If you are correct, we will add that number of points to your total score. Okay, does everybody understand? All right, we must write an answer down before we move forward. And the total amount that you are wagering. Okay, do all of our teams have their answer? Team Judah. Team Judah's answer was the month of Abib, and they wagered all of their points. 13,200. Somebody is very confident indeed. And Team Israel, they said March, and they wagered 17,000 points, all of their points. Oh, I need that one. Okay. After some serious deliberations, we have decided that the answer that we will choose and keep today is indeed, reveal the answer, the month Abib or Nisan, as written in the Bible. And so with that said, in an unprecedented turn of events, Team Judah has stolen the win right from the grasp of Team Israel, but we will also acknowledge that Team Israel gave a phenomenal answer to that question. Team Israel's answer was March. And so, although the new year does begin oftentimes tonight in March, sometimes it also begins in April. So we had to give the best answer, which was Abib or Nisan. So, with that being said, we want to again thank all of our contestants, and we want to congratulate Team Judah for a come-from-behind win. Team Israel, no slouch whatsoever. I think what this particular game showed us tonight that our young people are very well equipped in the Word of God. And with that said, Team Judah, congratulations. Team Israel, thank you for your participation. And we thank you all for joining us. And please do have a very good night. Amen.